This is the video review for Transformers Armada Blurr, and he's okay. I do like the car mode, it looks quite nice. I do like the transformation, it's quite fun, and the robot mode does look pretty good, from the front at least. However, it does have a lot of kibble, and it lacks in articulation. So, the first things first, this is the car mode. It's really nice, it's really sleek. Rolls quite well, although due to the transformation, sometimes it's hard to make sure the wheels are all level. So sometimes he'll, well, not now, but sometimes he'll rock back and forth easily, and not all the wheels will roll. Now, unfortunately, I'm missing the mini-con that would stick back here that would cause this gimmick. And I'm also missing the missile launchers, but it's a mini-con and they're missile launchers. I don't really care about them. All I care about is a base figure, and I don't care about enough to make it a complete figure. So this is all I'll be reviewing. Yeah, the base figure is all I will be reviewing. The only thing that's kind of interesting about this guy is that because of the bulbous way that his vehicle mode is shaped, he kind of reminds me of Depth Charge. What really helps with that too is also that he has a vehicle mode in alt mode that doesn't fly, but then a small change to the back makes him fly. And then the robot mode, it doesn't really look like Depth Charge, but the coloration and some of the bulbousness of it kind of a little bit reminds me of Depth Charge. So to transform this guy, you'll pull these bits down, and you'll pull this back, rotate this up, and then fold this down. Telescope out the legs, and they're in there very, very tightly. And when you unfold the feet, make sure the toes are pointed down a little bit, because all of this becomes a big fuck ton of kibble. It's awful. And then rotate this crotch piece down, which will hide some of the kind of gross looking joints there, and reveal some detail here and here. Next, we will split the arms. We will push these bits up on this track, which on the new figure is very hard. And I got this thing when it was loose, but it was basically new, because I could tell this thing hadn't really been played with very much, because it's not that great of a figure. So straighten out the arms, push up the shoulder pads, and then the final thing we're going to do is fold the wings out. And this is the robot mode. I do like the way it looks. I think it looks fairly heroic. I like the coloration, I like the color choices. It does remind me a little bit of Depth Charge. So about the only real motif that really screams Depth Charge is that he has these bits on his back that kind of look like Depth Charge's cape. Although Depth Charge handled the whole cape thing a lot better. In the show, this actually looked kind of decent how he used this as a cape, but on the toy, it's pretty ugly. And sometimes this joint in here will move, and that kind of pisses me off. I like the way he looks, but that's about it. He's not very articulate. All you get is you can move these, you can move the arms in and out, bend at the elbow and the second elbow. You can rotate these in a little bit, but it doesn't usually look good. And then the head can rotate around 360. For the legs, they can go in and out, rotate. There's no knee, and you can bend this, but because of the way it's shaped, it doesn't. I usually feel like I'm stressing the plastic. I'd have to round off that square bit. So he could have more articulation, but I don't care enough to do any modifications on this guy. I mean, he's just kind of a decent shelf bit because he does look nice. That's about the only good thing I can say about this figure. Well, he looks nice in both modes, and the transformation's fun. So, do I recommend him? If you're an Armada completionist, yeah, he's okay. If you like the way the robot mode or the car mode looks, he's okay, but he's not really a fun figure. He's just kind of there. And, well, this guy and Armada Hotshot, they've really made me think about what the Armada line really was. A lot of the toys were crap, but it seems to me they were crap toys in very interesting ways. Like this thing, the way it transforms and the limitations it ends up being kind of an interesting package. Whereas the Energon figures, they were just awful. They were lazily designed. They were just awful. The Energon figures are way worse than the Armada figures. So I'll give it credit for being interesting, but it's not really a great figure. So, I review Transformers, I review Power Ranger figures, I review Brave figures, I review Marvel figures, Men in Black figures. If any of that sounds interesting, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.